welcome back to more Amino, I guess you could say. And this was like a little sort of, I don't know, this is Halfblood Amino. And in this chat, there's been a resurgence with me on this Amino. You got these guys, Meridia, Emily, Dan, Chris, Diego eventually, and there's somebody else, Clark. All role playing, and then decide, because they're role playing, get out of here in the Poseidon cabin. Odd's a Poseidon kid. So I had Odd walk in for a couple seconds, and then he sees all the people, his eyes went wide, and he was like, sorry, I ain't gonna do this. Turns around to leave. And then Meridia says, no you don't, you're staying. Personally, when I first saw that, I wasn't quite for sure she was talking to me. Because I don't know what happened above there. I mean, I did. I don't remember anymore. But I was lurking for a bit. And let's see, you have this whole thing going on between Chris and Emily where they're fighting each other. Dan keeps staring at Chris because he likes him. And Clark is flirting with Meridia or something like that. Or they're shipping them. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't really know what's going on. Let's see, I thought he heard someone say something, but decided to think it wasn't directed at him. So she said, screw it. She walked over to me, dragged me in. So I said, okay, whatever. I'd get you dragged back inside, apparently. And so he sits down cross-legged while they're all talking about going swimming. She drags me in. I just sit there and observe, because I don't know what else to do. And then she finally directs a question to me, and I was like, whoa. What about me? What do you mean? I don't know what's going on. My character just got here. And so they're all suiting up. And so she asked me what my name is. So I was like, okay, I'm Odd. And sure, I'll go. And the gist of this is, I go and I swim to the very bottom. And I stay there pretty much the whole entire time. I mean, there's one time I come up, then I go straight back down. Meridia goes into the water for a lengthy period of time. While Chris and Emily are pretty much fighting each other. Dan staring at Chris. And what is Clark doing again? I don't know, Clark was talking, or he was also in the Chris-Emily fight. And so, Meridia finds a pearl. And then when she goes down again, she goes under a rock, and she almost uses all of her oxygen, or she almost runs out of breath. So I'm nice, and I put a bubble around her head saying, yo, stay safe. But the main reason I'm doing this is not because of this part right here. This part's just backstory. Okay? Yeah, this is when I shoot up and go up to the top. But, and then I go back down. She goes back down. They're talking about Claridia or something like that. Which is Clark and Meridia's ship name. Oh yeah, he grabbed and threw her into the water, and I said it was not effective because she's a Poseidon kid. So that was kind of a really, really stupid move. Oh yeah, and I started punting here. Well, maybe he is. I saw what you did there. I just had to beat everyone to the pun first. Oh, Blake me? That one I didn't understand. I just can't stand Diego ignoring this. That joke was pretty damn good. God, please stop. Chris is hating it. So I see what you are all doing. I said someone's crabby about all the puns. She said Chris is a deadbeat. Meridia thinks I was talking about her for some odd reason. I was like, nah, Chris was the crabby one, not you, Meridia. And so, yeah, this is when I give her the bubble head. So I was okay. Yeah, they all went. I went AFK here because I was reading Magnus Chase and Thor of Hammer during this whole entire time. So I was sitting on top of that rock, staring at the sky that whole entire time, while they played Truth or Dare. Like, I don't even know. Like, I know what the gist happened. Emily kisses Chris. No, Chris kisses Emily. What? I think he kisses her on the cheek. Yeah, he did. And that's when I finally came in. She sees me through the shield. I didn't even know there was a shield, to be honest with you. And so she said, this is getting boring. Explodes the shield and bones, and then takes out most harpies. Okay, and then she runs to the side cabin, and then I'm just like, well, alrighty then. And I shrug, you know, in that comedic way. And then I go back to the cabin, and then we do a time skip. And then this is when it really happens. No, I just sleep. They do whatever. I'm still sleeping, and then they are like, hey, yo, let's do a quest. And she said, okay, we all agree we should be fighting monsters on a mountain. I was like, okay, now is our quest to kill monsters before they cause some hefty damage or to retrieve an item. She says, kill before chaos while trying to get an item the monster wants. Kill before they can get the item and cause a lot of damage in the process. Somewhat read that wrong, but she's like saying we kill the monster and get the item at once. But it was like 3 or 2 a.m. and I was losing my mind at this point. And so then we all started, you know, this is the quest. This is the quest. We gotta go kill monsters on a mountain before they can cause damage trying to get to an item, because I dictated without even realizing. So Karen sends an iris message to Meridia. Meridia has to go fetch me, Emily, Tessa, and Chris. Yeah, and then Lily joins. So she gets Emily and Tessa because they're in the same area. Then they go, let's go after Odd first. So they go and get Chris first, obviously. And then they have Chris, then Chris shadow travels and gets me, right? And then he shadow travels to the big house. Shadow travels us to the roof. Well, not me to the roof. Shadow travels Emily and Meridia to the roof. I was nowhere near them when he shadow traveled them to the roof. Okay, and then he shadow travels Tessa to San Antonio, because apparently that's where this is taking place, because she's afraid. And he takes Emily with her for some reason. I don't know why. So somebody makes a comment about tea. Where was the tea? No, we want you to have tea with them. Of course we want you to fight them. Yeah, he makes tea. Well, she says, well, tea sounds nice. So I say we can have a tea off with their heads, of course. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm being ignored. A lot of my comments get ignored, not gonna be a lie. Like, not many people actually, per se, interacted with me, I guess you could say. Emily did, Chris did once, and Meridia did the most. Oh yeah, and Tessa, somewhat to a degree. Oh, stop it, do not. And so basically, I just stand there thinking about tea, because I know any word I say is pretty much going to be ignored. So I'm like, screw it, if my words are going to be ignored, I'm just going to stand here thinking about tea. You know? It's the best thing to do. See, and at this point, while they're having the conversation here, I'm starting to crave tea. You know, at first, I just wanted the tea. Now, you know what? I'm craving this tea. It's been such a long time. So now I'm going to crave the tea. Okay? And then they start talking about Poseidon and Zeus kids. And so, better than a plane, that's for sure. Well, I think that comment was ignored. And then they said something that, yeah, Emily is not on good terms with him lately. And I said, are any Poseidon kids? Because Emily's a child of Poseidon. And so Meridia takes that as an offense. Offense! She says, I am not a Poseidon kid. Meridia said, offended, looking at Odd. You know what? I just laughed it off. I wasn't worried about being on bad terms with the big man up in the Thunder Zone. Okay, the Thunder Zone, that'll come into play later. Not in this video. No, not in this video. That'll be the next one I do. The continuation, the after party, if you will, of this quest. So remember that comment. I wasn't worried about being on bad terms with the big man up in the Thunder Zone. Apparently Emily called him Thunder Thighs, and that's why he hates him. I don't know. So they go. Meridian and I get a Pegasus, because I'm the only Poseidon kid with balls, apparently. Actually, that's technically literally true. Because the other Emily and Tessa are female. That makes sense. But I mean, I'm the only one brave enough to fly a Pegasus. I mean, Tessa, I can understand. She's afraid of heights. Emily's just not on good terms. But hey, Percy flew on Flapjack all the time and it was fine. He just couldn't get on a plane. Otherwise, that'd be disastrous. Okay, so they're there waiting for us. I hopped on one and flew, waiting to see if there were any others was on theirs. But, you know, there wasn't because Murdy was already gone. So I get there. She says, oh, hey, Odd. I say, what's up? Ready to tee off on some giant heads? I try to make a pun here, like T-ball, tee off. You get it? You're going to tee off on some T-ball, you know? Comment completely ignored. I actually like that comment, too. It's pretty good. You know? I follow there, and I'm messing with my necklace underneath the shirt, because, you know, habit, nervous, I guess, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just anxiety, so you're just messing with the necklace. But they're like, I would say, so how are we gonna go into this? So she dips an arrow into a vial of Greek fire, and then shoots it in the middle of a mob of monsters, and then she goes like that. Okay, so we go off, we fight. Okay, so he raises skeleton warriors. Meridia ran up and starts slashing on monsters. Tessa's slashing on monsters. Emily's still fighting with arrows. So this is where I start, you know, throwing in my creativity, my paragraphs, if you will. I said Odd uncaps his necklace sword from the shield. A better word to put there would be unsheathed, because, you know, it's still sword and a shield, you know. After it was out, it grew to a celestial sword balanced perfectly for him. Then he charged into battle, slashing at the monster's legs. He slid. You know, that end sneaks in there. You know, it's a sucky thing, but the end's gotta sneak in there every once in a while. Underneath its legs, and he turned around immediately and started slashing at its back. Okay, so Meridian's moving on to another one. He's slashing with Stygian swords. Emily works through monsters next to Tessa. I thought you said you couldn't do anything. Smirks and stabs monster. That's the only way you can kill monsters. You gotta smirk, you gotta stab it. Smirk and stab, that's how you do it. She stabs a monster, not noticing the monster that creeps behind her, slashing at her back and leaving a huge gash. She turns around and kills it. How many monsters are there left? About not many. So I said he eventually killed it. Then he started rolling and slashing and striking the next two monsters. And slashing and striking, the next two monsters came at him, killing one off as another joins, eventually taking them both out as well. You see, I was afraid I wouldn't get this sentence through. That's why this one seems to feel a bit rushed, because I was rushed, or I rushed it because I was afraid they were going to end it off before I even finished the sentence or this paragraph. Otherwise, it probably would have been longer. So she goes a few. She kills more monsters. She kills more. Was Dracne whips poison tail cutting. Oh, she gets hurt. Great, Minnie thought, I'm going to have to use my weapon. Perfect. She pulled out a silver bow and an arrow and aimed it at the monster's eye. She had a backpack, essentially. And so they're like, who wants to kill the last monster? No, I'm good, Chris. I'm good. Nope, good. God's fine, I'll do it. LOL. Oh, wait, what about you, Odd? And so in response, I said, Odd runs and kicks the last monster off the cliff. Because, you know, that's the only way you can end a fight on a mountain. Okay, it's not, but it's the coolest way you can do it. So she looks around. Is someone hurt? You okay, everyone? See, they like it. They like how I killed the last one. I just ran up and drop kicked him basically off the cliff. People love me, okay? They just ignore my comments. And so they're all good. So I dust off my hands together, turning around, breathing slightly hard. Piece of cake. Glad to see no one is mortally injured. Anybody need some ambrosia? Plot twist. Don't know why I said that. He didn't have ambrosia. Psych, I guess. So she twists pearl on bow and it turns back into a bracelet. She said, nope, Oreos are good. It's a good thing to see that my comment didn't go ignored. So, you know, she sits behind Emmy and steals an Oreo. Yeah, that's taken care of. Let's go. I have things to finish, Meridia said, turning around. I'd smack you right now, but I'm too tired because Chris stole Noria. So she sits down and tries to hide, but chuckles at Emily. So I asked, what things do you have to finish, Meridia? She goes, nothing important to you. And so I said, I had something written out. It was like roughly like this, but I decided to delete it. It wasn't good enough. Actually, no. I believe these answers right here made me delete it because I felt like it was useless after those. So I should, maybe it's not important to me yet, but you're a friend, and if you have business to finish and you need help, I'll be here for you, or I'll be there for you. He says souvenir for some reason. Oh, the Dracony thing. Okay, so that's okay. Gotcha. Good souvenir. So she said, "Fine," turning around with a smile. "Let's go home if we're all done here, okay, guys?" Her voice was sympathetic but firm, like she was hiding an emotion. I think I had something written out. No, wait. I think this is the one where I had something written out, and nah, I forget. No, it was the one I replaced this one with that I had written out. Okay, yeah, and then I did write out something for this one, but I realized I read it wrong, so I deleted it and scrapped it. And so Chris, obviously, you know, he takes Emily and Tessa back. I take a quick look down the cliff, you know, where I drop kicked the guy off of, because man, shit, that's fun. Drop kicking people off cliffs. It's great fun. Gotta do it. No, seriously, do it sometime. I'm kidding. Don't even go anywhere near monsters. It's bad. Okay, yeah, Clark comes. He missed the whole quest. So Meridia, you know, she takes off without a second of thought, leaving me behind, thinking I'm gonna follow her. Little did she know, I just walked a little further, finally reaching my Pegasus. When he stopped for a second, then I stopped for a second. Once mounted, I looked around, and I looked to the sky, and I got lost in thought. So they're all doing their shebang, you know, they finally get to camp. I'm still continuing to stare at the sky thinking, because I'm an idiot. While they're doing their thing, they're back in Coloria. You know, there's all the Coloria stuff. So, Maria thought she was up here. She may as well work. Or get to work. She pulled out her phone and found one friend in the contact list. She called him and held the phone to her ear. No answer. Why did I say it like that? So we got Calerio moment coming up here. Yeah, they're talking. So this is where we'll end off, and we'll start the next one, because this pretty much starts it. You know? It just pretty much starts this next section. So that was the quest. The quest of Keep Away, I guess, essentially, that I turned it into. Anyway, hope you have a great day. Remember, only you can be the best you can possibly be. If you like the video, give it a like, comment below, that'd be super special awesome, and subscribe, because that'd really help me out. Literally, I don't know why I said it like that. Ta-ta for now.